Let's get down to business. Give you one more night to get this. We've had a million nights just like this. So let's get down.
All right, we are heading into our first ever new segment called Catching Up with Cats. And so we are going to do this, hopefully, every full podcast episode in which we interview someone that we haven't maybe seen for a while. And we're starting off that with class of 2021 grad, Corey Walker. Corey, welcome.
Thanks. It's an honor to be part of the first episode, so appreciate you having me.
No problem. We're just going to just throw a bunch of questions at you. Just answer, obviously, honestly. And we just kind of have a conversation. That's what we like to do here on the podcast. So you graduated in 2021. You went to Western Michigan. You're obviously played a little football. Can you tell us a little bit about what you've been doing since you graduated from Normal West?
Yeah, right. You kind of talked about it. So I started at Western Michigan, was there for 3.5 years. Been studying marketing there. And football is really trying to chase my dreams, just like really focusing on that. And also just I built a lot of relationships out there, and also just improving myself as a man, as a boyfriend now, and as a friend. So I loved all my years at Western, and then now I've decided to move over to Wisconsin for my last year here to try to do the same thing, leave an impact here and try to better my future. That's kind of.
So what has the transition been like from Western Michigan, which is a MAC school? I'm sure most of our listeners know that. A little smaller than the University of Wisconsin, and probably definitely smaller in terms of the facilities. What has it been like for the transition?
It's definitely been a smooth process. Just being around like people that are real genuine. It makes it a lot easier. Especially my coaches and especially the teammates. Just being around people just makes the transition a lot easier. It's not the easiest to leave somewhere where it's where most of the connections you've built are. So I feel like just the people is the hardest thing, but I feel like it's been smooth as far as like the facilities and stuff wise. Like it's been a huge difference. Obviously, like just eating, like the food, like is just outstanding here. Like I never worried about stuff like that. Just like the locker room, all of like the staff that you're supported with, just more people that are there to help you out is definitely a huge difference. But I definitely had a lot of support at Western Michigan too, and obviously I'm very grateful for that. So it's been a pretty smooth process so far. So.
All right, Corey. Coach Burgess here. I had the pleasure of coaching Corey for 3 years. I guess you didn't play up your freshman year, but I had the pleasure of coaching Corey, so it's really cool to see you where you're at now. And so, obviously you said you transferred to Wisconsin. What made you choose Wisconsin? And maybe if you don't mind sharing, who else were you potentially looking at to transfer to?
So, I really wanted to stay close. And to be honest with you, Wisconsin was the school that was most interested in me, that was within like the 5-hour radius. So like I really feel like I'm a Midwest kind of guy. Like a lot of schools were like, on the East Coast, Virginia Tech. I was going to go visit Mississippi State and potentially go down to Oklahoma State. But, I really didn't feel like I wanted to go too far. And when I got to Wisconsin, I just had a really good feel of it. My sister lived there a few years. So, I was familiar. I'm really familiar with this area, and I've always loved it a lot. So I think the decision was really easy, to be. So
yeah. I mean, you're making this tough on me, Corey, because as a Michigan fan, I gotta cheer now. I think on your side, you guys play Michigan next year, I think, right?
Yeah, we do. I think we go to the big house.
All right.
I was looking at Michigan a little bit. My old coach that was at Western was there, and I was calling him a little bit, but it wasn't. I don't think it was the best fit for me. But
I mean, you can definitely have too much Michigan. So to go from Western Michigan to Michigan, that was not a very good choice. So well done on the Wisconsin.
Appreciate it.
If you don't mind, and you don't have to go into too much detail here, but obviously as sports fans, and it's a somewhat newer thing in NCAA is the transfer portal.
Right.
So we're all familiar with it. We hear about it, but obviously we don't have experience with it. So if you don't mind talking about kind of what the experience was like how does it work? Do you I know you put your name in there, but what does that actually mean?
Yeah, so you kind of, it's honestly a lot easier than it maybe should be, but you really fill out a few forms, you talk to your coaches, and then your name in the portal, and it's really just
so
the process of getting into the portal is not really the stressful part. The stressful part is just sitting at home and just looking at your phone all day and waiting to get calls, and it's you're getting recruited out of high school again, but it's just the period of which you're getting recruited is a lot tighter. So it was a little stressful just trying to figure out where I was going to go. But
I imagine though that you're so much further along in terms of what you want and what you're looking for.
Exactly.
When you're basically a senior in college than a senior in high school, and everything is new. Yeah,
definitely. I think it was a lot more of an educated decision this time around because of I don't know, out of high school you're kind of just trying to get that offer, trying to get a scholarship, and now it's I kind of established myself as having some value in the football market. So it was definitely a more educated decision this time around. So.
Right.
Did you graduate officially with your bachelor's at Western?
No. That was another thing too. I wasn't too sure. Because I am graduating. I would at Western. I would have been graduating this semester, but I'm transferring before I graduated, which it was kind of tough. But I felt like it would be best for me just being in this training program an extra semester. So I'm on track to graduate in December. So
cool.
Yeah.
So this is kind of have to do with your experience at Western Michigan. Who was the toughest offensive lineman that you faced?
Man, we played some pretty good teams. I would say toughest group would be Ohio State. It's definitely up there. I believe it was Josh Simmons before he got injured. He's just his combination of size and his ability to move was definitely not easy, but that was really fun playing against them. It's also you notice a lot of O linemen at that school. It's they have so many skill guys to where it's it makes it even harder whenever the O linemen are huge. So it was definitely a tough.
Right, you're forced. You got to tackle some of the most elite skill players, and then you're being blocked by some of the most elite tackles and guards and centers. But it sounds a little bit like preparation, right? Preparation for what lies ahead this year, and then what lies ahead after that, which is hopefully in the NFL. So
yeah, definitely. Another guy was one of my teammates now, Riley. His name is Riley Malman. He's 6'8", 6'9" tackle. It's just a pure, it's definitely not an easy guy to get around. So I'm excited to go against him in practice every day. So that's I'm
awesome.
Looking forward. Yeah.
All right, we can negotiate this now. We can negotiate it off camera, whatever you decide to do. But I think, being your coach for 3 or 4 years, and then even being your business teacher, I might be qualified to be your agent. So moving forward, I don't know where you land on that. And you know what? If I can't be your agent, maybe we can just cut a little percent moving forward. We can talk about that.
Oh, yeah, maybe we can talk about that later. I have to check credentials a little bit.
All right.
But,
That's a good idea to get any of that on camera / audio.
Just keep that in the back of your head, Corey.
He's
all right?
already learned.
gotcha.
So I'm going to bring you back to, was it a senior year?
No, this is junior year.
Junior
I'm pretty
year.
sure
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was week 1 your junior year. So you
I
probably
remember
know this is going.
taking pictures in the end zone and seeing you just get cheap shotted by a Notre Dame, maybe linebacker or something like that when you were playing tight end. Do you remember that play?
Yeah, no, I definitely remember that play because, my sophomore year, I was a little puppy running out there. And then, I definitely I feel like I worked hard to be in a good position my junior year. And I was having I had one touchdown and an extra point that half. And then next thing you know, right at the end of the half, I get cheap shotted there at my knee. And, looking back on it, it was frustrating, but I believe everything happens for a reason. So, I'm not too mad at it. So,
But we played normal the next week, right? And you had to sit out that game, didn't you?
I know I sat out for normal that year.
Yep.
So I'm not sure if that was the very next week, but I know for sure that I sat out. I think it was actually a couple of weeks after that game. But
that's what I thought. You got pretty lucky because it wasn't anything crazy serious, right?
Yeah, it looked bad when I was watching it.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. It was a partial MCL tear, but I remember they were almost certain I tore my ACL based on the video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come back with some good news. So.
Yeah. And I don't know if a lot of people know this, obviously, because you've been playing defense all college, but Corey was actually mostly a tight end in high school. And then your senior year, you played both ways for the little short spring season. But talk about that, because I think we all expected you, and you were going to camps and stuff, expecting to play tight end. So what ended up happening with that, and why did you end up transitioning and playing defense instead in college?
Yeah, I mean, before high school, I always loved playing D end, but I kind of grew more into playing tight end based on really what our team needed, and I felt like that's what I was best at in high school, definitely, and but I think coaches were more interested into me playing D end, which I was definitely fine with, because like I said, I loved the position, but it was definitely, I wasn't really a master at all the little details like pass rush and stuff like that. So my freshman year of college was definitely a learning experience, just trying to really master my craft in a new position.
Mm-hmm.
But
obviously you've done it pretty well.
Yeah. Now, did you try to get your coaches at Western to put you in on O at all? You try to sell your skills and be like, "Hey, man, I played tight end in high school. Show them some of those. Show them some of those highlights."
No, I definitely did. I thought I could have been in a couple goal line packages last, but I was on field goal, and we had ran a fake field goal where I rolled out and blocked. It was actually versus Wisconsin.
I was gonna say I watched that game. I remember you. Yeah.
So I got to pull out the skills a little bit out. That felt good.
Good. So going back to your high school times at Normal West, do you have a teacher that you felt was most impactful to you?
To be honest, I really feel like I don't remember many bad teachers at my time at West. I've had I feel like I had a really good experience at West. Just teachers were always supportive and understanding. Sometimes I'd be a little sleepy in class, and they would understand and always treated me with respect. And I hope they would say the same about me. But some off the top of my head were Mr. Berardi, Mr. Beatty, Mrs. Hamler's psychology class, Miss Long's biology class, and also got to throw in my dad's.
Dr. Walker, I was going to ask about that. Did you have a chance to have Dr. Walker in class, and you did?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
I'm sure he took it easy on you too, right?
No, actually.
Yeah, if I know Mr. Walker like I know Dr. Walker, he didn't take it easy on you.
Yeah. There was a point where I was missing a few assignments, and he he threatened me to that I wouldn't play basketball. I wouldn't. He was going to tell coach that to not put me in, so he wasn't on me at all.
Yeah, I'm sure he let you know.
Yeah, he did. He did.
All right, so last question. Do you have a favorite memory from West? Could be sport related, could be school related, whatever. Could be anything. But from your time here at West, do you have a favorite memory that sticks out?
There's some good ones. I would say it would be mostly related to sports, just like being around the guys, like after victories, just little things, just like going out to eat, just like those little moments before practice. I can't really pinpoint a certain one. Maybe like my first dunk in high school.
Oh yeah. I didn't have one of those, so it's not amongst my favorite memories.
Yeah, that was memorable. But yeah, just being around my teammates and some of my very close friends, doing just small things. I would say it was most memorable at West, just being around really good people.
Cool.
Yep, that makes sense. I've always been a firm believer that we set all these goals and we have all these cool accomplishments, but really the things we probably remember the most are the things we've done along the way.
Now, did you guys your senior, or was it your junior year of basketball? Did you guys win sectionals, and then it got the COVID season? What happened there?
Yeah, we had went. I actually got hurt, but yeah, we went. I think we got to super sectionals, and then the whole thing got canceled.
Yeah, that's right. Because you beat Normal, right?
Yeah, beat Normal Community.
Yeah. Yep.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Well, we appreciate your time, Corey. It's been great catching up, and you set the tone and set the bar for our catching up with the Cats. So we appreciate your time, and we wish you the best of luck at Wisconsin. So
Yep, best of luck. It's awesome seeing you where you're at, man, and hope you continue success. I know you will. I know you got a strong work ethic. You still got that the record up there in the weight room for power clean. So and that was all because of hard.
Are supposed to be records are supposed to be beat. So hopefully somebody beats me.
Yeah, I don't know. That one's gonna be tough.
Someday, maybe your kid.
Have you beat that since?
I've gotten stronger. We don't really. Power clean is more of a speed tested when you're in college. So this is like a lot of technology.
Yeah.
So that's more a thing that you track your speed. But
gotcha.
I think I definitely could. Hopefully.
All right.
All right. Thanks again for coming on.
Yeah. Can't wait to watch you. Yep.
Thanks for having me.
Go Badgers.
See ya.
Sir.
Bye.
See ya. Today's podcast sponsor is Select Screen Prints. Select Screen Prints has been in partnership with Normal West for over 25 years, providing quality Wildcat apparel at an affordable price. Choose Select Screen Prints for all of your custom t-shirt, sweatshirt, and apparel needs. They now offer digital printing, which allows for fast turnaround and excellent quality at prices that are less expensive than most online apparel companies. Select Screen Prints is the choice in Bloomington Normal area and beyond. Check them out for your next apparel order.